Mervin the mummy was having a terrible, no good, very bad day. His ancient linen wraps, usually so snug, were unraveling. One second he was practicing his parade wave. The next, a long white ribbon was trailing behind him, like a runaway noodle. Oh no. The monster parade was in 1 hour. What was a mummy to do without his wraps? This was a mummy emergency. He looked down at his bony knees, now shockingly bare. A little gust of wind whistled past his shins. It was rather drafty. Mervin wiggled his toes, which he had not seen in centuries. He saw a spider waving from between his feet. He waved back, but he was panicking. A mummy without wraps is just a very old skeleton with a surprising amount of dust. He tried to re-roll the long strip of linen, but it was like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. The more he rolled, the more it tangled. He tripped. He tumbled. He ended up in a messy pile of bones and bandages, looking less like a magnificent mummy and more like a laundry basket had exploded. Just then, his neighbor, Willow the Witch, zipped by on her broomstick, which had a little wicker basket on the front. "Mervin, are you all right?" she cackled, landing with a gentle hop. "You look a bit undone." Willow had bright purple hair, tied in a messy bun, and glasses perched on her pointy nose. Mervin pointed a shaky finger at the mountain of fabric. "My wraps, they've given up. The parade. I'm ruined." Willow tapped her chin with a long, green fingernail. "Ruined? Nonsense. This isn't a catastrophe. It's a craft project." Wait, what did she mean? Was his ancient wrapping just arts and crafts to her? Willow's eyes twinkled. "Don't just sit there like a pile of sticks. Let's get creative." She hopped off her broom and started gathering the tangled linen. A problem is just a puzzle without instructions. Mervin watched, his jawbone hanging open. Willow spread the long fabric strips on the dusty ground. She pulled a giant needle, and a spool of sparkly, spider silk thread from her broom's basket. She hummed. A little stitch here, a little knot there. She was working fast. Her hands moved like magic, weaving and sewing the old fabric into something new. She took a piece and tied it around his waist like a belt. She fashioned another piece into a rather dashing cape. She even wove small strips around his bony wrists and ankles like fancy bracelets. Mervin looked at himself. He wasn't a traditionally wrapped mummy anymore. He was something different. He had on baggy pants made of ancient linen and a cool, flowing cape that fluttered in the breeze. He looked stylish. The spider from earlier gave him 2 tiny thumbs up. Willow held up a small, polished mirror. Mervin stared. He looked cool. He looked unique. Mervin did a little spin. The cape swished behind him perfectly. He felt fantastic. He wasn't just any mummy in the parade. He was the mummy with the custom-made designer outfit. He gave Willow a giant, bony hug. "Thank you, Willow. You saved me." She just smiled and winked. "Just remember, Mervin, when things fall apart, it's a chance to build something new, and even better." He marched to the parade, head held high. He didn't just walk in the parade, he owned it, waving his new cape to the cheering crowds of ghosts and goblins. And it all started with a big, unraveling problem. Thanks for watching our story. Remember to always look for the clever solution when things get tricky. If you liked Mervin's adventure, hit that like button and subscribe for more fun stories. Good night, little one.